Well, hello everybody, and just so you know, this is a video that, thanks to Mortal Virus, I was able to save after, some of you know, I deleted accidentally a bunch of videos a couple months ago, and this is one that he was able to save, so I'm going to put it back up. This is about the NWA World Title Tournament, my disapproval of it, and the reason why I'm putting this up is I wanted to put it up due to the fact that I'm going to do a response to this video due to some, let's say, some things that have happened since then. So I just want to put this up so everyone can see it. I hope you guys enjoy it. For those of you that haven't seen it, and for those of you that have continually asked me to put this back up, here it is. Hope.
Hear my words, what they mean, what they say, mother.
Hello all, and welcome to a video response for the NWA's announcement for Reclaiming the Glory, their name for the NWA World Championship Tournament. This is a tournament that, of course, we've all been looking forward to for a while, since it was announced that they would be taking their titles away from TNA, and we've all been looking really forward to this. We were kind of wondering what they were going to do, and today they finally announced exactly what it would be that they would set up. So let's kind of talk about the tournament. Let me run down the names on this tournament, and then I will give you my thoughts, if you can't already guess, about this tournament. We have Bryan Danielson going to be on this tournament. Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world right now. No problem with him being on this tournament. Nelson Creed. For those of you that never heard of Nelson Creed, there's a reason for that. Fergal DeVitt. Most of you probably never heard of him, but he's not too bad. And Mikey Nichols. Again, most of you probably never heard of him, but you know, I can't remember. I know one of them is from Australia, one of them is from Europe. So, which I have no problem. Gives this tournament a little international flair. So, both those guys, that's fine. I don't have any problem with them being in this tournament. Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is one of the worst wrestlers on the Ring of Honor roster, and I like Adam Pearce, and I'll say he's one of the worst wrestlers on the Ring of Honor roster. So I don't know why he's in this tournament. Aaron Aguilera. Aaron Aguilera is not very good. He's about as good as Adam Pearce, to be completely honest. Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne's pretty talented. Very talented guy. I have no problem at all with him being on this tournament. Chad Parham. Those of you never heard of Chad Parham, well, let's just say he's like Nelson Creed. There's probably a reason why you haven't heard of him. Claudio Castagnoli. Most of you probably heard of him. Pretty good guy. Not, you know, good talented guy. Pepper Parks. Again, most of you probably never heard of him, and there's a reason for that. Roughneck Ryan. Again, most of you probably never heard of him. There's a reason for that. Scadolico Jr. I have never heard of this guy myself, so I can't personally say, but I do know he's a luchador, and so I'll pass judgment on him. I'll put him as a pass. Glamour Boy Shane. Most of you probably never heard of him, and there's a reason. Fred Sampson. Most of you probably never heard of him, and there's a reason. Osamu Nishimura. Most of you have probably never heard of him, but since he is a Japanese wrestler, but he's okay. But if this is the best Japanese talent you could bring in, then that's a big problem. And Brent Albright. So that's your tournament. There's 6 guys on this tournament that probably belong in this tournament, and 10 guys that have they shouldn't even probably be on the same card that the finals of this tournament should be on, to be quite honest. Why? NWA, why? You had a chance, particularly after it was announced that this tournament is going to be released on DVD, mass release. It's going to be released at like Best Buy and other video retailers. Why are we stuck with this piece of shit? And I'm sorry to use language like that, but honestly, why are we stuck with this? Because that's what it is. You know, I'm just going to run off some names here. Where's Necro Butcher? Where's Joey Ryan? Where's Davey Richards? Where's Matt Sydal? Where's let's see, who else could we throw in here? Oh, where's Mike Quackenbush? Where's Mike Quackenbush? You know, where's Roderick Strong? Where's Pac? Where's any number of guys that literally could have been on this tournament that for whatever reason, and I know what the reason is, you didn't put on here. And why didn't you put on here? Because most of the guys on this tournament are the promoters' boys. That's right. The NWA's promoters, i.e. the little regional promoters around the country, this is their boys, and they probably wouldn't, you know, pony up the money for the tournament that was going to be needed to the tournament unless their boys were put on the tournament, which is a bunch of utter crap and shows that the NWA still has not learned their lesson. You know, they didn't learn their lesson when World Class Championship Wrestling left the NWA. They didn't learn their lesson when, you know, Crockett Promotions sold out and left the NWA. Didn't learn their lesson when the WWF, owned by Vince McMahon Sr. at the time, left the NWA for stuff just like this. You guys, I want fans of the NWA to please defend this, because you can't. I don't think you can. This should have been the best tournament of the year. The best tournament of the year, which meant it needed to eclipse Battle of Los Angeles, needed to eclipse the Petty Tournament run by IWA Mid-South, and needed to eclipse the King of Europe Cup. This isn't going to do that. This ain't going to come close to do that. You can give Bryan Danielson the title, and it's still not going to do that. I don't want to give Bryan Danielson the title now. Let him defend it on Ring of Honor shows. Let him defend it at Pro Wrestling Noah shows and give it more prestige than it already has right now. Because it'll do that, because this isn't going to give it any prestige. And to call it reclaiming the glory, this ain't going to reclaim jack, is what this is going to do. This is complete and utter nonsense. You know, and I know I can't be the only one disappointed in this tournament. This makes no sense. This looks like it's going to be utter garbage, in my opinion. And that's no offense to any of the wrestlers on here, because, you know, but come on. The NWA deserves, or owed it to its fans that have stood by it for as long as they have, to put on a decent card, and they didn't do it. You know, and this tournament's going to last 3 months. It's not like this is going to be like a weekend tournament or something. This is going to last 3 months, and this is the best you could give us? Come on, this should be a star-packed tournament, no doubt about it. You still could have put a lot of your guys in here, but you still should have packed it as star-packed as you could, and you definitely didn't do that, which either A, means that you don't have the money to do it, which I don't believe, or B, which I firmly believe, you're just playing politics. And this is stupid. And you know what? It's going to kill the NWA. That's what it's going to do. Because you got, what, 20 promotions in the United States right now? 20? You should have 12. That's right, 12. And to all of the guys, if any NWA promoters are listening to this, you heard me right. 12. There should be 12 of you sons of bitches. And that's all there should be, because so many of you don't know a thing about running a wrestling promotion, in my opinion, and that's proof the fact that you're only drawing 200 to 300 people a night instead of the 500 to 1,000 people you should be mandatory be drawing, and if you're not, you should be kicked out of the NWA, and that's the God honest truth. So, you know what? That's just the truth. That's the way it should be. But none of you are going to do it. You're just protecting your hides. You're protecting your boys. That's all you're doing. So, you know what? Who cares? You know, again, I ran down some names that should be on here. There are a ton of other guys. I'm sure there's people on YouTube that can name thousands and thousands and thousands of people that should have been on this. They should have been on this. You know, I mean, honestly, how can you defend this tournament? You can't. You cannot defend this. This is going to be utter crap. And you know what? When it doesn't sell well, and Big Vision Entertainment comes to you and says, we're not going to release any more NWA DVDs because this one sold for crap, you got no one to blame but yourself. Instead, you should put on a star-studded tournament that would have sold big time. Pro Wrestling Guerrillas, you know, Battle of Los Angeles has sold like crazy. I know it has. So has IWA's Petty Cup over the last, 6 years now? Has sold like crazy. You could have sold this like crazy. Big Vision Entertainment could have came back to you and said, we're going to start releasing 4 DVDs a year. You guys start putting on 4 big shows a year, and we'll start releasing them. That's what you should have done. You didn't do it. So you know what, NWA? When you die, or when, you know, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla becomes the next, you know, super indie promotion, or IWA Mid-South finally breaks through and becomes that super indie promotion, you have no one to blame but yourself when it's not an NWA promotion, because it's ever clear that the NWA still hasn't learned its lesson from forever ago. So that's all. I'm out. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, I'm going to add this to the end. I hope the wrestling internet community tears the NWA apart on this, because everyone should. Wade Keller should. Dave Metzler should. Freaking Brian Alvarez should. The boards should pretty much just, you know, just rip the NWA apart on this, because this is exactly what the NWA deserves. That's it. And now I'm finally gone. Everyone, have a great night. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.